Insert catchphrase here. Welcome to another episode of Brando's podcast. I guess that's the name. We don't know yet. We're just kind of putting some feelers out there, getting used to talking to the mic again. It's been a while. Anyway, today, interesting thing happened. Went out, good work, jumped in the car, and it started, but it was running really rough. I couldn't really wait, I know what this is. Spark plug wire. I mean, it's got 80,000 miles on it. I mean, one of the wires might have been gone. It's happened before. I had a Saturn that kept on blowing out number 3 for some reason. The plug wires never last. So I'm like, great. I'll just have to take the other car to work. Hop in that. Exact same thing. It's like, what the hell? So call my boss, tell him I can't make it in. I got to get my cars to a repair shop. Hang up with him, pop the hood. Rats ate the injector wire on my wife's car, and they ate 2 of the injector wires on mine. So luckily the repair shop is only about a mile away, so I hopped in the car. It hobbled its way there. Called my father-in-law. He picked me up, drove me back home, hopped in the other car, drove that. Next thing you know, a few hours have passed, and $300. Luckily, that's for both cars, as opposed to each, which is what I was expecting. So, when it comes out $300 less than what your head's going on, it worked out pretty well. Anyway, today's games. What have I been playing? Number 1, Laundry Simulator, also known as Arcade Paradise. It's on the screen right now, so you can kind of get an idea of what's going on. Your father thinks you're a screw-up and won't amount to anything. And so you get to run his laundromat while he's on vacation in the French Riviera. So, yeah. But after a while, a couple days of doing laundry, you get really bored, so you start playing some video games. Then you go, hey, I'm actually kind of making some money off these games. Maybe I should get another one. And then you get another one. And another. And another. And after a few weeks, you notice the arcade's making more money than the laundry. But the laundry is good if you need some quick cash. You can get roughly 30 extra bucks for if you do it all on time. Wash, dry, fold, all within 10 or 20 seconds of the time limits. You get 30. So you can actually spend a whole day just doing laundry. That works out fine until you get a few machines. Then you really will just want to play those machines more. The more you play them, the more money they earn. More money you earn, the more machines you get. What the biggest pain in the ass is in order to get upgrades, you have to do certain tasks, and those can be kind of challenging. One of them is get 50 kills with a sniper rifle in the Zombies 2 game. Okay, I've never lasted long enough to even get a sniper rifle, let alone, kill 50 of these little buggers. And on top of that, the sniper rifle probably only has 4 shots, and you only get 3 clips. So you have to kill a lot of zombies to afford a sniper rifle, unless one drops. But yeah. So kind of one of the cool things about this game is you have this little digital watch, old Casio, and it tells you when stuff needs to go into the dryer or when it needs to be folded. So it's kind of a constant reminder. It pops up and you just kind of do it, get some cash, use that to expand the business. But, honestly, I really haven't played it all that much. But what I do play is fun. And the first few times I played it, I was actually getting really anxious about doing the laundry. Like, it had to be on time. Also, you have to clean up. So you'll be picking up trash, removing gum from seats. Won't show it in this, but you can fix a toilet, and that itself is a game. So, yeah. Overall, it's a really, really fun game. It's by, I think Wired publishes it. Let me check it here. Yeah, it's published by Wired Production and developed by Nosebleed Interactive. It was released back in August, and I got it day one. I really thought this was a really cool idea because a lot of the games are kind of like retro feel to it. So, yeah, I picked it up. I think it was like $30, but now I'm looking on the Xbox store and it's only $20. So, it's worth it. It's such a fun game, and yeah, I just can't wait to get further so I can play some more games and enjoy it. I also dabbled a little bit into the Halo in-play multiplayer. Forge was just released, and then they did the games browser. So I played quite a bit of that. Played some weird games. One of them, I guess you get in a warthog and it just goes down constantly. You bump into people. Then eventually your warthog takes too much damage and you jump out and then you use the giant hammers to smash other warthogs. I placed 4th and 5th in the games that I play. But honestly, the custom games browser, I got to check my settings because I'm pretty sure I could play with PC players as well. I wasn't restricted to just Xbox, but there weren't too many people playing the custom games. Even multiplayer took me quite a bit to get a game. A little disturbing, just because, it's Halo. It's Halo Infinite. The multiplayer's good. They just didn't have a lot of variety. I really think, though, Call of Duty is just trouncing everyone. And it's so hard. Well, not everyone. There's Fortnite, obviously. But a lot of people, especially my age, are trying to relive how they felt when they were playing 2 and Halo 2 and 3. And they just don't realize sometimes, or they know and they're in denial that it's never going to be the same. You're never going to be, 16 on the couch with a bunch of friends playing split screen Halo 2. It's just, or I guess in my case, 22. I think I was 21 when the Xbox came out. Maybe, was I still... I think I was still working at Musician's Friend when that came out. Yeah, I'll have to look it up. Okay, I was wrong. Came out in 2001, November 2001. So I was no longer working at Musician's Friend. Where was I working? Maybe I was working on the farm at that point. It is what it is. I just to go off onto a side tangent. So I could not handle the original Duke controller. I was so used to PlayStation 1 controllers at that point. It was just so big ass bulky. And I was like, oh my God, I just can't play with this. My friend Sean had just bought the Xbox. And we were playing Hunter Wrecking something. The Reckoning. I have it here. Let's see if I can find it. My games and apps. See all. Dope. Yeah, it was one of those like isometric brawlers. And click, 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 click. Hunter the Reckoning. That's it. Let's see. Because, yeah, this was the first game I played. And, it was released in 2002. So, maybe Sean didn't get it when it first came out. It was a couple months later. Anyway, yeah. So, the Duke was a pain in the ass. I couldn't stand it. And then they finally released the smaller controller. And then I could actually play again. But actually, my first Halo that I played was on the PC. I had gotten a copy by other means and played the shit out of it, really. It ran fairly well on my little crappy computer. So my first experience with Halo was just on the PC, running around, killing stuff. It was so good. Like, I couldn't believe it. And then my friend Sean got it, and we played some Halo with like smaller controllers, and it was fun. And then I didn't play any more Halo until I got a 360. And because of the backwards compatibility, I was able to play 1, 2, 3, and 4. Admittedly, I don't really remember much about 4. It's been a long time since I played it. Anyway, it's back to Halo multiplayer. So the only games I could really kind of get are the bot games. Those launched pretty fast. I wasn't waiting a few minutes, about 30 seconds, and I was in. So I played a few of those. And what else? That's about it. I played about 2 minutes of Thymesia, Thymesia, Souls type like game, and the game's kind of freaking hard. Like, I just beat Steel Rising, another Souls game, and just kind of started walking through that after I hit level 30. Something like that was meant to be a magic number. Just started plowing through it, no problem. Got to the final boss, first try, not a problem. So, yeah, I'm stuck on that game. The game is hard, at least for me. And it got patched, and I was reading the patch notes, and it says, we're making everything harder except for this one dude who we're making easier, but only by 500 hit points. So he went from like 3,500 hit points to 3,000, and I'm like, yeah, I'm still not gonna beat this game. Yeah, definitely. But that's it really for the games that I played today. Other than getting the car fixed, take my father-in-law out to breakfast, that's about it. All right, on to current news. So, Activision, Blizzard, King is still getting bought by Microsoft. Apparently they were in town, DC today, talking to regulators, whining and dining, schmoozing with representatives and senators, trying to get this deal through. And the night before, the 6th, Phil Spencer tweeted, we're really happy to announce that Nintendo has signed a 10-year deal. Yeah, can't speak. 10-year deal for Call of Duty. And woo! And next one's like, Gabe Newell of Steam is now getting it for 10 years. We're really happy to bring Call of Duty and existing to new and existing platforms. Gabe Newell came out and basically just said, okay, we don't need a contract. You said you're going to do it. You're going to do it. Done. No official statement from Nintendo as far as I know. And Sony, crickets. Chirp, chirp. Chirp, chirp. That's a bird. I need a cricket noise. Yeah, it is what it is. So that's the big news. Regulators are going to meet soon, see if it goes. But honestly, it looks like it's going to go through. Microsoft's always trying to make concessions in the public square so that, no, they're not, nothing legal, I guess, will stick at that point. They made their promises. They're going to keep them. If they don't fulfill them, obviously the FCC is going to reinvestigate, or another company will sue them. Probably some shareholders will sue them. It's just kind of the way it goes. But yeah, with Sony being the biggest holdout, it's kind of not surprising. I do think that Call of Duty is a significant more share of their revenue than they are leading on. A lot of people are saying Sony will be fine without it. I think it's around 10%, 10-15% of their revenue. What happens when that goes away? Will it be fine? Yeah, they're Sony. I mean, for years I heard about, Sony loses money on laptops. Sony loses money on phones. Sony loses money on TV. Sony loses money on the air we breathe. But their entertainment division has always been top-notch moneymaker, especially since they entered the films. But PlayStation always been a moneymaker. It's a tentpole of Sony. A few years ago, I said their cameras would be making a shit ton of money, and they were. But the camera market's pretty much disintegrated, especially point-and-click cameras, which I have a Sony point-and-click that's probably about 12 years old now. Thing still takes great pictures. I don't think the batteries are dead. I haven't charged it in a while, but, a year ago or so when I used it. Oh, wait, that was before the pandemic. Long time. It still took great photos. And, yeah. The Sony sensors, the Sony camera sensors are in everything. There's so much. Nikon using a version of it. Canon, I know, makes their own sensors, or they used to. It's been a while since I've been into photography and stuff. But yeah, I have a Nikon, use Sony sensor. It's a great camera. So yeah, it'll be a hit, and they don't want it. But I think they're also, who knows? It's all speculation at this point. It's kind of not good to dwell on it. But Microsoft kind of doing their thing. It'll go through. I don't question it. Will there be concessions or not? I think there will, but it'll mostly be public promises. There won't be anything that the state says, you must do this. So, yeah. Let's see. What else? Oh, rumor is Diablo 4 is going to be shown at the Game Awards tomorrow. So that'll be interesting. I still have 2 and 3. I played the crap out of 1 on my little PC back in the day. I had a really good time. And another Sean that I knew used to stay up all night playing Diablo. He'd walk in the morning at work and be like, yeah, I did it. I played 12 hours of Diablo last night. I haven't been asleep. Hi, thank you for calling Musician's Friend. My name is Sean. How can I help you today? Yeah, he's a character. Wonder what happened to him. Probably still my old hometown. Probably just still chilling it. In other news, my Series 2 controller, the RB button is done. It's now just a giant paperweight. Luckily, I have another Series 2 controller that I haven't even plugged in yet. They released the new white one, so I picked that up. I also have a Halo Infinite one that's just kind of sitting on display at the moment. My little Halo shelf with the Master Chief, a Warthog, and Master Chief helmet. I have the Needler, that Nerf thing. Oh my god, that thing is awesome. It's huge. A. B, it lights up. C, it's an automatic. You just pull the trigger and it's all chung 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 chung. And D, they hurt. Oh my god. my wife was like 20 feet away, and I'm like, stand still, I'm going to shoot you. And she's like, is that a Nerf gun? I'm like, yeah, it won't hurt. Sure enough, it hurt. She made it known. She turned around and then shot me with it. I'm like, oh my God, ow. That thing hurts. So, yeah. Series 2 controller, man, I think I'm done with those. I mean, I like the weight. I like the buttons on the back. But that RB, man, and I think it's been that way since I got it. It's just been more noticeable because I was playing a Souls types game where that was like the light attack. So like I would dodge, light attack. Wait, why isn't it attacking? I'd really have to just jam it down in order to get it to work. So this has kind of been a tangent-filled edition of Brando's podcast. Tune in next week where we'll do the same thing. Talk about games that I've played, games that I've beat. Ooh, I do have a D&D session on Sunday, so I'll start to report on that. That's been pretty fun. And then also next Wednesday, we have board game night, so I'll play some card games. And yeah, card games are always fun. Friend Ryan, his wife Nicole come over, or I guess we're going their place this time. And Ryan's a board game freak. Yeah. Tons and tons of games. Every week we could play something new. And sometimes they're super simple. Other times they're like so complicated, you just want to smash your head with a hammer. But it's fun. We always have a good time. And they're good people. So with that, adios and drink water. Drink more water than you think you should. Water's good for you. Fish pee in it, but it's still good for you. Drink more fish pee. It's good. Adios.